Hi everyone, this is Chris from Turning Point Life Investment, and this is going to be a video for Wednesday, February 23rd, 2011. We're going to look at the Russell 2000, which is the small cap market that I like to trade a lot, and we'll look at a couple other stocks as well. Basically, the news that's been coming out is Libya is now in crisis. It's having protests and everything like that. I really think this is going to be a kind of a Greece and an Egypt thing where they say Greece is not saved and in crisis and the markets go down, and then Greece was saved and the markets moved back up. Then Egypt was in crisis, and then Egypt got saved and then the market moved back up. So there's nothing right now that's saying Libya is saved, so I would still expect uncertainty to come into the market. Looking at a 9-month daily view for the Russell 2000, one of the main things is that we can see very clearly that the last two trading days of big black candles that actually broke under the 20-day exponential moving average. So now it's coming to retest the 50-day exponential moving average. One thing you can tell is that last time the markets pulled back, when the rut pulled back to this level near the 50-day exponential moving average, it held a support and moved up. This was the time they said Egypt was in crisis and moved down, and the markets moved down. And then once uncertainty set in, Egypt was saved and it continued to go back up higher. So we might be seeing some sort of like this type of churning going on in the markets. So the trend is still up for the rut. There's no doubt about it. But because it's broken its 20-day exponential moving average, there could be more bearishness coming into the market. So we're going to have to see. Usually with two straight days of selling, there's some type of a sideways movement or little push up, and we'll see how that goes. I also do a trend line on this, and we can still see that the rut is been holding above this trend line, and it pulled back to this trend line today as well. So we have a couple levels of support at the 50-day exponential moving average and the rising support line. If both of those break, then we definitely know there's going to be some type of a leg or more pullback lower. Going back to a couple charts that I mentioned last week, one of the trades I currently had on was URS as it broke above this resistance level at 46, and I was aiming for the $48 level, which was like around here, I believe. So let me see, 48 was right here. So URS did rally back up, and last Friday it actually hit my target of 48, and I was instantly out. Another stock that I mentioned last week was IP International Paper. It had broken out of a ascending triangle. I said if it comes back into this range, I would exit the trade, and the next day it formed a bearish engulfing pattern. It also went back into the range, so I was stopped out for a small loss. Stock that I'm looking at to actually trade from the downside is AKAMI, AKAM. There was some support at this $40 level, and it did break under it today, but it broke under it with a doji. Actually, if it can get under today's low, or even side trend a bit, and then break down lower, I would probably be shorting it. I'll probably be looking at a fast target, maybe around the $37.50 level, with a really tight stop. So I'd rather prefer to just trend sideways or even relief rally up and then break under 40 before I short it. But if it breaks on today's low or makes a move under it, I most likely will be short already and looking at this target. SLB is in the oil sector, and oil's been making a nice run up. It did form a bearish engulfing pattern at the $95 level. If oil continues to go up higher, I'm definitely going to be looking at trading this from the long side above the $95 level. Another oil stock I'm looking at is XEC, Cinemarix Energy. It's trying to make its move back above 115.50 again. It did so right here, but it was a fake breakout on Tuesday. So this is really for a more of aggressive play that I'd be looking at the over 115.5 level. I'll be looking at to trade from the long side, but it's really aggressive because of this fake breakout right here. Sun is also another stock in the oil sector as well. Tried to get above the $44 level, but it really couldn't close above it. If oil continues to go up, I would expect this to try to retake 44. If it can actually close above there, then I'd probably be definitely looking to trade it from the long side. And the last oil stock that I'm looking at is Valero, pulled back to its 20-day exponential moving average. This was a potential resistance level. Now turned to support, so we have a couple support levels. If it pulls back to here, especially high volume pullback, it could shoot back up definitely to $30 level. Everyone, don't forget, I'm not a registered stock advisor, but I am just doing a video of some trades and potential things that I'll be looking at in the coming days to trade in my own account.